you from Aging Joyfully. Today I'm going to talk about, did you make a mistake in claiming Social Security? Do you want a do-over? Yes, you can do a do-over. I am not a professional financial advisor. While I do have a degree in finance, I do not work as a professional advisor. I am an average person who's trying to decide when I and my husband Steve would like to take Social Security. I am a couple years out before I can even claim it. Steve is eligible to claim it now but has not taken it, and we've talked about it in a couple of videos why we are waiting. It is a really challenging decision. Social Security website right here says it is not a one-size-fits-all and is a floating decision. It is changing all the time as your life changes. If you made a mistake, you can go back and redo it. It's something to be taken seriously. We thought that once you claimed, you were locked in for life, but there are several different options. I'm going to talk about the claim, suspend, restart option. 35% of Americans take Social Security at 62 years of age. There are 8 reasons, according to Fidelity.com, which I'm putting the information here. Fidelity feels there are 8 reasons why people take Social Security at 62. One is you may feel that you're going to have a short life expectancy. That could be based on maybe family members or your lifestyle habits, or maybe you're sick now. You may feel that you're not going to live a very long life, so you went ahead, you're going to take it at 62. 2 is you plan to keep on working, but maybe you're not going to make enough money or whatever, you're going to take it at 62. 3 is you never established an adequate emergency fund and you need one now. 4 is you need a bridge to Medicare. You are not eligible for Medicare until 65. You may need to pay for COBRA or get it through the Affordable Care Act, and you may not have that money. That's a concern for us. If Steve does go ahead and retire, how we would pay for insurance. So some people may start Social Security, and of course, if you get it with the Affordable Care Act, that is based on income. So if you're boosting your income getting Social Security, you may actually pay more for the insurance and get fewer subsidies. You may get no subsidies if you're getting retirement money along with Social Security. You may have gotten married late in life. Like I have a brother-in-law who has a young child, and he got Social Security and his child also received it. So you may be claiming it early so that the children or child may also receive benefits at the same time. You may have a great opportunity to invest. And of course, we all know the higher the return, the higher the risk. So if it is something that sounds great, you may actually lose that money. That's just a heads up. Number 7 is something that I've heard a lot of people comment on our channel. They have a belief that the Social Security Trust Fund will run out of money because, yes, they have said they are not going to have enough money in 11 years or so. Approximately 11 years, they're not going to have enough money to meet 100% of claims. But they will not run out. They will reduce claims unless some other action is finally taken by somebody to decide. There are many things they can do. So a lot of people think, I'm going to get mine before it runs out. 8 is the recent pandemic. Many people may have gotten sick themselves or family members. They may have had to take care of family members, or they may be taking care of grandchildren if their parents perish with COVID, or they may still be taking care of somebody with long-term COVID. So they may have taken their Social Security just to survive. Those are 8 reasons that Fidelity feels that people take Social Security at 62. Some of them regret it and feel that they're going to outlive their money, so they want a do-over. You can suspend your Social Security payments 1 to 3 years after your full retirement age. And just for simplicity, I'm going to say 67 because most of the people now are at the 67 age range. I mean, I know there's still a lot of you out there, but we're just going to say, as the Fidelity website said, it said 1 to 3 years, assuming 67 is the full retirement age. That is Steve's full retirement age as well. So between 67 and 70, he can suspend his payments if he had been receiving, say he claimed at 62, which he did not. At 67, he could suspend it, and it will increase 8% a year until 70. So he could, in theory, raise his payments 24% if he were to do that option. But again, he has not yet taken it. In theory, Steve can raise his benefits 24% between 67 and 70. But he has not yet taken his. He was trying to hold out until 70. In the video we made, I said I was going to take mine at 62, and Steve was going to take his at 70. And that list of the 8 reasons doesn't include my reason. I just made such a little bit of money that it doesn't give me a whole lot more to wait. 8% of very little is still very little. So that reason is not on the list of why people take it at 62. So some people regret taking it so soon they're going to run out of money, and some people, their lifestyles change so they don't need the money. Maybe their stocks went up, which stocks have been going up greatly the last few years. They may not need that money, or they came across an inheritance. Maybe their parents or relative died and they got some money, so they don't need that Social Security money. So they find that they no longer need this money. They could suspend it and restart at 70 or any age. They could suspend it for 1 year. If you do wait till 70, Social Security will automatically send you that money at 70. You do not have to take any action at 70. That's the maximum age of receiving Social Security for initial payments. Of course, you're going to get it until you perish. Other reasons that people may decide they don't need it. Their kids now have finished college, so they don't need that money. Or they got a great divorce and remarried, and their new spouse may have some money. Now, I have seen, there's so many Social Security videos on YouTube. Some are really excellent, but I did watch one professional man who said that once you remarry, you can still get Social Security from your other spouse, and that is not true. Social Security discontinues spousal Social Security once you remarry. So if you are considering a remarriage, I would look into what might happen to your benefits if you were to remarry. If you get a divorce and annulment, or that second spouse perishes, yes, you can go back to receiving Social Security from that original spouse. If you suspended payments at 67, your biggest gain, of course, should be waiting until you are 70, because the time frame is 67 to 70. As you see, it's just extremely confusing. Next time, I'm going to talk about receiving a lump sum from Social Security. This happened to my sister and brother-in-law, and I was surprised to hear about this. Most of our family is older than us, so we get the benefit of hearing what they are doing before we do it. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and giving it a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. And next time, hopefully Steve will be with us again, but he does work full-time, as we are debating when he can retire and join me at home. Until I see you again, take it easy. Oh, and as a side note, I did find a life expectancy table on the Social Security website, and I did put our numbers in. It's a very basic one. According to that, I am going to live to 86, and Steve is going to live until he's 84. Now, as you get older, that age goes up, because as you get to older ages, they think you are healthy, and that age expectancy will increase. So if that were true, I would have 7 years on Earth without Steve. That's a big consideration when we're looking at when he is going to claim Social Security.